Today we are actually having a look at a collection of unmarked locations. Starting off with we survival shelter. This one is completely empty, and if we walk around the corner just by Trinity Plaza, we can find yet another preservation centre. These two seemingly empty, which brings into question why this neighbourhood never took advantage. Normally you find something in the shelters. I know there is the odd empty one, but for such a densely populated area, was everyone's attention taken by the car crash at Newbury Junction? You know, was some event taking place that no one decided to run to the shelter? Or were they occupied and the residents somewhat got protected and were able to exit? These are all questions that we can certainly ask. Now, why this particular building is mentioned as unmarked, and the alleyway and above, I assumed it was an encounter. Sometimes that happens. So I stayed around the area, tried it in several saves, and apart from just the oddness, I think this alleyway was just completely abandoned. You know, they maybe had some idea of putting stuff on the roof. You can actually see out the front here. This also has multiple levels to it. So even if you could reach the roof, which we will do by just flying up here, there's no items. There's nothing here. There's no random encounters that I can seem to trigger on either this block or this block. Again, also being marked is here. And how do we look? And I'm like, well, there are some neat places there could have been items. You know, there could have been. But there's none. So on a very rare occasion, as you can see, this leads on to an unmarked one that is mentioned in the guide, which is the Trinity Parking Plaza. This trader is part of the location itself. I'm just not too sure. I will admit, it's one of the first times where I've looked about and went, there's no items, there's nothing going on. Now, if we go to the roof of this, apparently this is actually meant to be separated from the ruined apartments. Now, if anyone was watching in chronological order, you will remember that these apartments featured earlier. You could get a wee stash down here, wee medical stash. And when we went to the roof, we encountered the next section where you can find not only a safe in here, but a bit of a cot and a suitcase. So yeah, it's an interesting wee area. We are just between the Boston Public Library and Trinity Plaza in this wee area here. Some of you may recall that this is in fact Commonwealth Avenue next to the Holy Trinity Mission. All of course being completely unmarked and it feels like it was abandoned. That's my sort of feeling, is that this area, someone was meant to populate it with maybe a wee bit of items, maybe a wee bit of something going on, you know, stashes, heck, people, gunners, raiders, something, and there's none. Now let me know in the comments if you happen to pass this particular area, or if you go yourself in your playthrough and you see anything happening. Now, I don't really mean patrols out the front here. I mean within this alleyway or within either of these two blocks of buildings. That's the curious one that we're concentrating on. If there is one, I will certainly revisit it to see if we can uncover that. So, yeah, until next time, hope you're having a fantastic day. I'll see you all in the next one.